We love it over here. We have a packed show for you this morning as always. And you know what? If you are joining us on Facebook, if you are viewing us on YouTube or on Amplia 102, thank you so much. Thank you so much for making Tobago Updates Television and the morning show your number one choice. We are always so happy and elated to give you all the information that you need, whether we are talking entertainment, current affairs, anything and all things Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago by extension. So kudos to all of you that always choose us. Again, it is indeed our pleasure and our honor. And with that, with all that is happening in our Tobago space, I send you over to Joshelle for news in 90 seconds.
Thank you, Lavian. Here's your news in 90 seconds for Friday, September 27th, 2024. Former Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary Ansel Dennis expressed his appreciation to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley for the trust placed in him following his appointment as a government senator. He succeeds Laurel Zema Lee Singh, who stepped down after an interim protection order was issued against her. Dennis is eager to collaborate with his colleagues to tackle the country's pressing issues and remains dedicated to serving the public. Having started his career in finance, Dennis holds advanced degrees in public policy and business management and made history in 2020 as the youngest THA Chief Secretary. The Progressive Democratic Patriots leader, Watson Duke, urged Ansel Dennis, the People's National Movement Tobago Council leader, who was recently appointed as a government senator, to prioritize representing Tobago's interest in the Senate. Duke, while congratulating Dennis, emphasized the need for Dennis to advocate for Tobago in the parliament rather than strictly following PNM's agenda. He criticized the PNM for actions that have negatively impacted Tobagonians, such as the property tax, and encouraged Dennis to focus on Tobago's concerns. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar voiced support for the Joint Task Force 1 operations, a collaboration between the police and the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force to enhance security across various regions. While commending the initiative, she called for improvements in the working conditions of Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force members, citing low salaries, lack of overtime pay, inadequate medical coverage, and outdated equipment. However, ahead of the September 30th budget, Persad-Bissessar urged the government to address these issues, stressing the Trinidad and Tobago's Defense Force's vital role in national security and the need to improve their quality of life. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you so much for that, Joshelle. And another hectic weekend here on the island. Heading into this weekend, Joshelle, what are your plans for this weekend? Is it just a homebody weekend or you're out there doing something?
Well, me personally, I think I'm going to take this weekend to rest and to relax. I'm going to see if I can do my nails for myself. I'm going to get my hair done, do a little pampering in between. But it's a me weekend.
Kudos to you on that. Kudos to you on that indeed. Any thoughts about our newly appointed ACP and superintendent here on the island?
Well, all I could say for now is that I wish them the best of luck. I know that they have their hands full and that they would probably have plans to tackle the crime situation here on the island. But all I want to say is congratulations to you guys, and I hope that you all have good plans in place to tackle the crime situation.
Definitely.
And I look forward to meeting you guys soon enough.
Yeah, we look forward to having them here on the show, doing an interview and finding out what are their plans and possibly even some strategies that they might have to help curb this crime situation. Thank you so much for that, Joshelle. All right, so guys, that was your news in 90 seconds with the lovely Joshelle Dan, and we're hoping that she get all those plans done this weekend and have a blast, right? So we are going to celebrate with those that are celebrating their birthday, and we are already in Libra season. It's my season, so I'm going to be a little extra this morning. So first up, we have Giselle Phillips. Giselle is a country gal. Happy birthday, girl. I hope you have a fantastic day today. Enjoy it with your family. Be surrounded by love. Give God thanks and praise to life. And I'm wishing you many, many, many more coming from your Tobago Updates family and all your loved ones. We also have Vernell Hector. Vernell, happy birthday to you. You could see Vernell is a girl that loves herself. She is out here taking care of herself. Continue doing that and continue being the great person that you are. Happy, happy birthday going out to you. And we have birthday greetings to Avalon SB James Thorm. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. May your special day be all that you wish for and so much more. We love you dearly from your family near and far. And you know what? Additionally to your family, your Tobago Updates family, happy birthday to you, girl. And none other than our very own Donica. Listen, when you see me sitting here in front of you, it is so much happening in the background, and Donica is a part of that, a part of our technical crew. My darling, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a blast. You deserve it. You deserve all things that are good and great. So happy birthday going out to you and your twin sister, Onika. Let's not forget her twin sister. She comes as a peer. Happy birthday to you as well, Onika. All right, so that's it for our birthday celebrations, our birthday shout-outs. And viewers, remember that if you have a birthday, send us your photos and we could give shout-outs to your family, to your friends. And of course, if you know that you are one of our very, very loyal viewers, please, we want to wish you a happy birthday. We want to celebrate with you, all right? So just in case you missed, drop it in the comments as well, all right? Make sure and drop it in the comments and we'll give those shout-outs. So you're probably wondering, Lavian, it's Friday, it's entertainment. Who are we speaking to? Well, guess what? We have a good lineup for you as always. Tobago Updates Television, the morning show. Nobody does it like us, right? So this morning we are going to be speaking with Mr. Ronnie McIntosh, the band leader for Jade Monkey Mas. Ronnie McIntosh, no stranger to the entertainment and soca industry, all right? Then we talked to DJ Saul, a songwriter and soca artist, and he's also a finalist in the Soca Titans. And so we were speaking to him about his song, his performance, his journey, and getting all that information for you. And then finally we wrap up with Marcus this morning. And you know, when you see Marcus, it is sports. So I know you're looking forward to that every Friday morning when you have Marcus. And he will be speaking to Jeff Charles, event coordinator, Tobago International Cycling Classic. Yeah. A packed show for you. We never disappoint. Yeah. All right. So I want you to make sure and stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss a beat here this morning on the morning show. As we go for a quick break, I want you to remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Hey, the biggest and sexy.
Now here what's going on. You see the section? It makes me feel to move. You know why? It's called Pina Colada. I like Pina Colada.
Plead for
angels, the girl them crave for. They really need it too. When you play with
Oh my goodness, and as the name says, it is as creamy as it's sweet.
you never wanna leave, cause the drinks them running for throw. Cause I really feel a vibe every time I start right down and up and like this, man, it's nothing like this. Not you be like you, fuck angel, me say something and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, you know I never stop.
This is pina colada, something nice with a little bit of spice, and of course, not once, but we're gonna do it twice.
Gotta cruise, make the border. Say,
We are on the road with pina colada. Boom, boom.
I'ma play some tune like this.
Don't worry, my wife will fuck it up. Make me happy whenever you come. So me get very hard, fiesta, fun, fiesta.
This one is for the people and them who don't care what nobody else have to say about them.
Them none of cash, broke what you have, what you know about.
It's too early for that.
You want the good on. They do, but then enough, nine. Girl, go to club, girl, like. Nice.
Who's the one friend can drink all the alcohol no matter what?
Put a bottle and spoon and a cup in my hand and a winding up on me, man.
Dream.
oh yeah! I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Embark on an adventure to the greatest little island on the planet. Tobago invites you to ritual, revelry, and release.
Whining in the Bago sun, having Bago fun, in Bago drinking rum. We go jump up and carry on.
From October 25th to the 27th, 2024, experience the energetic vibe, the vibrant colors, and the unforgettable spirit of the Tobago Carnival.
Down here in Tobago.
Whether you're chipping down the road or marveling at the beauty and creativity of our artisans, Tobago Carnival is an adventure.
I said I wait for Carnival to come. So I call all my friends, making my plans for the Tobago Carnival.
Join us for ritual, revelry, and release. Tobago Carnival 2024, where every moment is memorable.
I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
On the road today. Don't tell me about work I out on the road today. Don't tell me about work I out on the road today.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time.
This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, thank you so much for staying with us and welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. I am your host, Lavion Cupid, and it is another Friday morning and we are talking Tobago October Carnival 2024. So much is happening. A lot is heating up. A lot is happening. So many fetes being released and a lot of excitement on the island. I don't know what the stats are right now for the hoteliers, but I am hoping that we are at least over 85%, 90%. We're somewhere up there, those big numbers. I hoping that is our occupancy ratings right now, all right, for that period. And also I want to remind you viewers, if you are playing Mas this year, if you want to play Mas this year, if it's your first time or you're a veteran person on the road, every year you don't miss being on the road, because listen to me, you can enjoy Carnival. I mean, Carnival, we have this build up with the fetes. The fete is what gets you ready for the road. But if you have only done fetes and you've never done playing Mas on the road, masquerading, listen to me. You need to try it. Trinbagonians, you have to try it. So if you are playing Mas or you're thinking about doing it, Fog Angels Mas, but not only just Fog Angels, the Pina Colada section, that beautiful white section powered by Tobago Updates Television. And remember, when you go to register, make sure and select Tobago Updates Television as your reference. And you're going to get something really, really, really special. Just tell them that Lavian sent you. And you would not be disappointed. If you want to be on the road with me, you want to be titivating yourself a bit, you know which section. Pina Colada section, Fog Angels Mas. But you know what? Remember I told you that we will be having a lot of giveaways. I want you to stay tuned. Remember, we have Entertainment Central happening tonight at 8 p.m. sharp. All right, look out for us. We have a pack show, another pack show, and we'll be actually doing our first live show. So you're definitely going to enjoy that. You don't want to miss. But when we talk about our competition that we will be having, remember I told you before that you would have the chance to win all expenses paid. We are talking about your transportation. So if you're coming from Trinidad, we have you locked. With Carl, we have your ground transportation locked as well, all right? And if you're right here in the island, don't worry, we're going to make sure that your transportation is covered, all right? But you're going to have this opportunity to win costumes from Fog Angels Mas for both Juve and Pretty Mas. You're going to have that chance to win and titivate yourself on the road. But that's not all. We are also giving you accommodation, so you have 4 days and 3 nights at the Magdalena Grand. Yeah, breakfast inclusive. You are going to have a blast. And you are also going to get fete tickets for Nirvana, that premium all-inclusive fete. Have you seen the menu? I'm already there. Because when you say good food, you say me, and I am already there. Outfit is check, vibes check, and we're ready to go, all right? So this morning, I'm going to start off a little bit of giveaways and get us into that groove. I don't know if you remember our hashtag. Do you remember our hashtag? It is a My Tobago Carnival experience. So for the first 5 persons to comment hashtag My Tobago Carnival experience right now on the live, you would win a Breaking Beach pass. Yes. So you have free access to Pigeon Point this weekend. You get a free umbrella and you get also a free chair. Yeah. So right now, all you have to do is comment hashtag My Tobago Carnival experience, and the Breaking Beach access pass is yours. All right. So we are starting you off hot and sweaty. We are rolling into Tobago October Carnival 2024. And the excitement is pumping. We are talking Mas, we are talking Soca Titans, we are talking fetes, and we are finally talking ritual, revelry, and release on the road. And we are very excited about that. All right, so we are going to take a quick break. All right, we're going to pay some bills, and we would be right back as we dive into conversations. All right, remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
You don't have to sneak in. You don't have to sneak. Pigeon Point security, we have access pass. You don't have to sneak in.
What access pass is that?
The new Pigeon Point Breaking Beach access card. With this card, you can get free access to Pigeon Point, a free umbrella, and a free chair. So make sure you get your Pigeon Point access card.
I can get that?
Definitely. This is your access card, so you can now go into Pigeon Point.
Okay.
Guys, we outside in Pigeon Point, sun and we enjoying it with we access cards. All social media links to Youth Voice and Pigeon Point would be tagged, and stay tuned for it.
Go in, you have to stop it, you have to stop it.
Welcome to my kitchen, guys.
You have to stop it every night.
That's it, that's the intro. Let's do it one more time, right?
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules, or if you are having a cooking day off.
I can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens just come down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road, it's a miracle. A million strong come together.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. Viewers, as we dive into conversations, we dive immediately into conversations with Mr. Ronnie McIntosh, the band leader for Jade Monkey Mas. Good morning, Mr. McIntosh.
Well, good morning. Well, not the band leader. Sean Anthony of Jade Monkey is the band leader. I am representing Ronnie and Caro on this Trinidad end in terms of design and production, and of course, assisting with bringing the energy and the PR and that kind of stuff.
All right, good. Because I know when I hear Ronnie McIntosh and I hear Mas, I hear Ronnie and Caro's RC. Yeah. So I was wondering, well, and I'm pretty sure viewers are wondering as well. So if you could elaborate for me what your influences with Jade Monkey Mas and the collaboration that there is.
Right. Okay. Well, Sean Anthony is my good friend from way back in the day. Can't count the years. Of course, and him being involved with the Jade Monkey experience. We basically started it from the first year, because we've been always hoping and thinking that Tobago should lock their own spot. Lock their own spot on the calendar. And when that happened, the first year, he said, well, of course, he did say he knows nothing about Mas. So I said, okay, cool, no problem. Ronnie and Caro will, we will contribute, as our expertise. So yeah, and that's how it started, the collaboration between Ronnie and Caro and Jade Monkey. Yeah, and of course, this is the third year. And of course, we are seeing the carnival growing, being involved from the first year. We are seeing the growth, we are seeing the improvement, and we're looking forward to year 4 and year 5 and, down the road.
Yes, indeed. Of course we are. All right. So we see how the collaboration came around. So there was a friendship and then the collaboration came around as we dive into Mas. So tell me a bit about the presentation this year. What is the name of the presentation this year for Jade Monkey Mas? Is there a title? Right. Is there a theme?
Yeah, since we started, we did tribute to blacks. And then, we always try to keep it Tobago, Tobago. So this year is Tobago festivals. So we have sections like jazz. Of course, jazz. I don't know where jazz disappeared, but, Tobago Jazz Festival has been a big one. Of course, we have the Great Race, which is still in existence. Blue Food is also considered a major festival in Tobago. And of course, we have, that's 3, we have Heritage. That's another big one. Sections like Heritage is being produced or in terms of marketed by Happy Place, which is Dana Lee. We have Junior and Crystal down there on the Esplanade with City Limers, and of course Sherry and Byron is conducting the Blue Food. Yeah, and of course Junior and Crystal is Great Race. Of course the jazz, Sean say he wanted jazz, so that one is being marketed by Jade Monkey. But we're looking forward to that. We also have the Juve as well, which is Monkey See, Monkey Do. That is going quite well. One of the challenges we have though, and we've been talking about this since the first year, is getting people to the island. The ferry is doing all that they can. I mean, how much you can't expect the ferry to go up, down, next thing the ferry break down. So the ferry is doing all that they can. But I don't know what is taking place with the senior people up in this Caribbean Airlines, and whether it's government, I don't know who it is, but we need to be having discussions and more discussions about getting people here. I have seen it because we taking registrations on this end. When the boat tickets come out, you get an influx of registrations. When the boat tickets sell out, it calm down. If Caribbean Airlines put on a big plane, you get an influx. So people cannot make any move unless they know how they get into
the island.
That's right, and that's one of the main things, especially those coming from foreign, because you have people coming from New York, you have people coming from Canada, London, and they have to go to Port of Spain, they have to go to Piaco, and then try to get across. And we need, because I don't know if they don't understand the power of Carnival, but Carnival is an international situation where you have people who, I see you mentioned it earlier on, they don't miss none. There are people that go all. But just make our issue here is getting people to the island, and that will put you here. You're talking about percentage of occupancy. That will get you in the early 90s. We look right now. We need to get 100% occupancy.
I agree.
But it's difficult. It's difficult. They're not making it too easy. As I said, the ferry is doing all that they can, but we need that conversation between the heads of Caribbean Airlines and the heads of THA and the heads of central government. We need that. They put on one big plane, I think they put on a big plane and then they put on no more. I don't know why. Put it on.
But just touching on that a bit, sir, we would have had that conversation last year. I mean, last year we saw quite an influx of persons here and a really great interest in what Tobago October Carnival has to offer. And we had that conversation last year. And as an island girl and as a carnival lover, I would have thought that that conversation would have happened throughout the year before we get back to this point, because we know we need to get persons to the islands. Because you're saying to me that registration, there's an influx of registration when the boat tickets or plane tickets are released, and as soon as it's sold out, it slows down, and that's also going to put a dampen on your business as a bandit,
But it put a damper on the sales of water. It put a damper on occupancy in guest houses and hotels. You see, I don't know if they don't understand. Carnival is planning. You can't tell me, well, I put on a flight for Friday morning and you're telling me that Wednesday. You can't tell me that, no, because remember, I'm looking to see if I can catch a day off. I don't plan my day off. I don't plan my excuse to my boss. It's planning. It's financial planning as well, because I don't know how much money I have to put aside from this month's salary to go towards the Tobago. It's a whole science. It's planning. So you can't tell me 1 week to go. Well, we put on a flight, and then when the carnival done, you tell me, well, we had 4,000 seats available. You're giving me 4,000 seats with 72 hours to go. You can't do me that. Give me the seats early, and I will take it. But don't give me the seats with 72 hours to go, and then tell me, well, we had room. You had room when, but I didn't get my day off approved.
I hear you there. Well, I hope that the powers that be are hearing this conversation this morning, and that something better could be done. Like, right now in this interim, we're not talking about the 20th of October. We are talking right now. Today's the 27th of September, sorry. Let's get something done. So moving back into Jade Monkey Mas, you would have mentioned the 4 sections. So my question to you, the designers for those sections, because I would have seen those beautiful costumes. So the designers
everything is in-house. Everything is in-house. Caroline McIntosh, Abina John, which is Ronnie and Caro, head designers anyway. Yeah, we don't really totally outsource. Everything is in-house. You know what I mean? So the whole project is basically in-house. Ronnie and Caro of costumes making right here. I can tell you right now, everything done set, costumes reaching across in Tobago on the 22nd ticket. I mean, I had to be marking them both tickets in order for my whole team to get through. It's like a scram. Yeah, you can't miss. The tickets came out, I think, 7 p.m. and by the morning it was crazy, man. So you know what I mean. But as I said, the ferry fixing themselves. They're trying. We need to protest. We need to come down by this airport and say we need flights now. We need flights now. What do you mean? Something
but definitely kudos going out to Port Authority for all their efforts, and we pray that Kyle gets on board pretty soon.
We'll appreciate that.
All right, but tell me about registration for Jade Monkey Mas. Is it ongoing right now? Is there a close-off date? Have person missed that deadline? Is there still time?
Well, okay, definitely. Well, of course, we launched, I think, 22nd of June right down in Plum Point. We launched, and yes, registration has been going on since then. So we have registrations at Jade Monkey, of course, Happy Place, and City Limers, of course, Sherry. But of course, on the Trini end, which is a very busy end, we have registrations going on at Ronnie and Caro Mas Camp as well, and that has been going quite well. However, there's a situation that was closed off, which is the Juve. There's a monokini option. Back in the day, Juve was only t-shirt. Now you have to offer that monokini option. You being a mass person, will be quite aware of that. Yeah. But the monokini has to actually go to the seamstress and sew. So we just recently closed off we have 2 monokini options in the Juve. That has been closed off. So from this point on, Juve now is t-shirt only. Take a bigger size t-shirt, chop it up, cut it up,
and get
tie around your head, tie around your neck. Do what you want to do, but the monokini is closed off. However, the the Pretty Mas, the Sunday, the Parade of the Bands, we have one sold, we have a frontline sold up in the Blue Food. We have Heritage frontline will be closing off soon, and also Jazz. But there's space available in the all back lines have space available. We have a midline as well.
Midline as well.
And of course, and the mail is there. So we have spaces, and we're looking forward to filling them spaces as well. Of course, Mountain around the corner here, so you know how that does go. As I said, Carnival is planning. So I know they have people planning to register.
And to titivate yourself on the road with Jade Monkey Mas. So in closing, Mr. McIntosh, if you have to tell my viewers why they need to jump with Jade Monkey Mas this Tobago October Carnival, please tell them.
Well, basically it's vibes, proper vibes. Of course, service too, because I've heard some horror stories on the island about service. We have to realize that people are spending their hard-earned money. So customer service plays a big and important role. So if you say Juve and you tell me I'm getting breakfast, make sure my breakfast, right up there. Don't just feel because it's Juve you're going to just hand me anything, in a piece of foil. No. It's that people paying the money and money not easy to get. Of course, in the Pretty Mas situation, we have lunch and stuff. It's a premium bar, all inclusive. When you say premium, you a Carnival person, if you tell me premium, you can't hand me, so you can't see certain labels.
Right.
I can't see certain labels on your shop. You tell me premium.
We're looking for
so
premium.
It's basically customer service. Yeah, premium. The website is there too, and everything is there. www.jademonkeymas.com. Look for us, and you will see the whole package that is being advertised. Looking forward to Tobago, man. Year number 3 is going to be a big one.
Thank you so much, Mr. McIntosh, and thank you so much for speaking with us, viewers. That was Mr. Ronnie McIntosh, and we're talking Jade Monkey Mas for Tobago October Carnival 2024. So make sure and register. Registration is ongoing, so get down there and get your registration on, right? So we are going to take a quick break, all right, and we'll be back with more conversations. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
About work I out on the road today. Don't tell me about work I out on the road today. Don't tell me about work I out on the road today.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good night, everyone. My sweet Tobago, I come from this land. My sweet Tobago, we gather as one. Everywhere we go, from the hill to the beach, we're moving tight, linking up the crew. The vibe feeling right, we fight hard. You know we don't play, from tongue to country, we party like it's Juve. It's how we come to the party, we lit in ya, with we drinks in we hand and we no bad energy. Right here in Tobago, we full of vibes, we full of life.
All right, and on screen there, viewers, Mr. DJ Soul, our Soca Titan finalist here on the island for Tobago October Carnival 2024. And we are going to dive straight into conversations with him. Good morning, Mr. Soul. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm fine.
All right, so a Soca Titan finalist. Was this your first year in the competition?
Yes.
Yeah? How was it? How was the experience at the auditions?
It was a bit frightening. First time doing it, so but it was alright.
All right.
It was okay.
Yeah. So songwriter and soca artist, am I correct?
Yes, because it was a team of us write the song.
Yeah. But you do some writing yourself?
No, well, first time doing this.
It's your first time. All right. But have you always had that love for soca music, for entertainment, for writing for the music industry on a whole?
For those who know me, I like music.
Right.
I put me all into music, and I always had it in mind to say, well, I could write a song or do a song now. And a team of us come together and we say, well, we got do something.
All right. I know you hail from the north side.
Yes.
Right. So is it the team up there? Is it a collaboration with persons from your community? Is it a collaboration with persons on wider Tobago?
From wider Tobago.
From wider Tobago. Yeah. All right. So we are collaborating out here in Tobago with soca music. That is sounding good.
Yes.
All right. But so that would have been your first stage and biggest stage.
First time.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah.
First time with anything performing.
Yes.
What? You didn't look like that. You look quite comfortable.
No, really, no. Fright was under that. Another comfortable fright was under that.
All right, but how did the feedback that the judges give you, how did you feel about that?
I felt confident.
Yeah.
That kind of boosts me too. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
All right, that is good to hear.
Yes.
All right, so tell me a bit about the song. Who wrote the song? So is that the song that had the collaboration?
Yes. We just came together and it was like, there was like, DJ, you want to do that song this year? I was like, yeah, no problem. So like, all right, we come in studio and try something, and all of you came together and we put on the first verse.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had after putting on the first verse, then I get some lyrics, and I went home the next day and I sleep on it. And I just get up the morning and the flow was right there, and I called him and I said, I come in the back studio next day.
Right.
I read it up and do everything there.
So whose studio was that?
Lions Den.
Lions Den. That's the production. That's who produced it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. And that's right here on the island?
Yes.
Yes. So it's a Tobago product.
Yes.
All right. So the name of the song?
Full of vibes.
Full of vibes.
Full of vibes. Tobago have full of vibes. Anywhere you're going to Tobago, it's a full of vibes.
Full of vibes. All right. I'm hearing full of vibes on the road. I can see myself. Yeah, we're going down the road. Okay. Costume on, full of vibes.
Yes.
All right. So
full of vibes.
So just recite for me a few lines of the lyrics so we get an idea.
All right. I don't know if we...
I'm not putting you on the spot for a cappella, but if you could just hit me 2 lines, just recite 2 lines to me. You don't have to sing it. That would be just fine.
What to tell you? How to start the song for you? Or the whole thing? Or
no, just give me 2 hype lines.
The full of vibes, we full of life. Everywhere we go in this sweet Tobago, we full of vibes, we full of life. We are the greatest little island under the sun.
Nice. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Promoting your island, bigging up your island. You're an island boy.
Yes.
Yeah, what's you coming from the north side?
Yes.
All right.
Fully endorse it.
Bleed Tobago all the way.
Yes.
Yes. All right, great. So now we have Soca Titan finals on the 23rd of October, Market Square. Viewers, don't forget, bring your posse and come. All right, because trust me, I know there are some other entertainers that are going to be bringing their entire village and coming on the road. So bring your posse and come. You don't want to miss it. It's free to the public. So what are your preparations going into the finals?
Well, I know we're now getting to really settle everything because we've been kind of up and down with business, however. And so we're now settling and trying to draft things together and to go forward for finals.
Right, okay. All right, so you working with a trainer or you working with your team?
We're working with team.
You're working with your team.
Team.
All right, good. So your team will be coming down on the 23rd of October.
Sure about that.
Coming down strong.
Strong. Sure about that. They all know locked on. Yeah.
Nice, good. I'm glad to know that you guys are supporting your very own. But let me ask you just before we close, who are some of our greats that would have influenced your love for soca music?
I can say Michael teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kinda put a big impact.
Yeah. All right. Okay, good. All right. So DJ, if you have to tell my viewers why they need to support you on Soca Titan Live.
Because Trinidad and Tobago, we in Tobago here, we're full of vibes. I'll come out and support the 23rd Soca Titans finals.
All right, viewers, so you heard it here first. That was DJ Soul, full of vibes. Soca Titans final is the 23rd of October. You don't want to miss it. Bring your crew. I know the whole Alansame will be coming down the road. Thing to drink, thing to eat, and there will be vibes after vibes supporting their own, all right? Don't forget, we have Entertainment Central tonight at 8:30 p.m. sharp. It is our first live show, and you don't want to miss it. Trust me, you will regret it if you miss it. You definitely want to be on board tonight. Remember, our hashtag is My Tobago Carnival Experience. Tell us what your Tobago Carnival experience is. Don't forget, we also have those 5 Breaking Beach passes to give away. So just comment that hashtag My Tobago Carnival Experience in the comment section, and you are gonna win yourself that pass for a free chair, a free umbrella, and free access to Pigeon Point this weekend. All right. And remember, if you are playing Mas, Fog Angels Mas, the Pina Colada section, powered by Tobago Updates Television, remember to take that Tobago Updates Television referred you and tell them the Lavion sent you. You're going to get something really, really special. I look forward to Titi Vane myself on the road with you in that beautiful white costume. So up next, we have Marcus. I'm making way for Marcus, the sportsman. Don't go anywhere. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
You know we don't play from tongue to country. We party like it's Juve. It's how we come to the party with Litinia, with drinks in we hand and with no bad energy. Right here in Tobago, we full of vibes, we full of life. Everywhere we go in this sweet Tobago, we full of vibes, we full of life. Hey, the greatest little island under the sun.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books, and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information. Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your...
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning, morning.
Full of vibes, of course. It's Friday, 27th September, and we are now into the sporting segment. Lots of vibes here at the Tobago Update studio. Of course, always good to hear from the guys putting themselves out there to say, earn a living in soca. So good luck to Full of Vibes. I'm looking forward to that show. And of course, thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. We're now into sports. We're talking sports this morning, and we're talking to Mr. Jeff Charles, of course, coordinator of the Tobago International Cycling Classic. And that's happening next week. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that it's happening next week. And of course, so many things happening in October, but we're going to start off with cycling. Of course, Mr. Charles will join us, of course, virtually. He's not here in Tobago, and I'm sure that he's going to be here this coming weekend. So, Mr. Charles, once you can hear me, you can, of course, join the conversation. Looking very relaxed there this morning, Mr. Charles.
Well, thank you very much. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm here, loud and clear.
Yes, I am very relaxed, waiting to hear from you. I enjoyed the few clips you had before the carnival.
Yes.
Maybe I'll come back to that.
we look forward to seeing you and many others, of course, in this beautiful island for Tobago's Carnival happening, of course, at the 10th of October. So, Mr. Charles, we're talking about Tobago International Cycling Classic. It's a calendar event here in Tobago. Tell me about the start date this year, and in fact, what edition is this one?
This is the 36th edition. Mm-hmm. So I have been in charge of it for 36 years.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to, I'm hoping to reach the 40. Not sure my wife would like that. But yes, this is the 36th edition. And what's good about this year, post-COVID, we had to start back slowly. A lot of people wasn't traveling and everybody was, kind of keeping a low profile. So we scaled down the event in 2022 to a 3-stage event from a 5-stage in 2019. And last year we went up to 4 stages, so 4 races, 4 days, international races. I would say probably had about maybe 80 cyclists, 75, 80 cyclists in total last year. In 2022, we probably had about 60 cyclists. And this year, I'm going for the hub. I'm going back to 5 stages. And but as of now, we probably have about 120 cyclists. Quite a few internationals. Not as much as we wanted, not as much as we hoped for. Because, Marcus, the sponsorship has taken a beating since COVID. So we have had to operate with a reduced sponsorship package, a reduced budget. And what that has done for the event, the main participants for this event has always been Europeans from Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, Belgium. We've always gotten 7, 8, 9 teams to come from Europe. But since, as I say, post-COVID and things like that, it has become almost impossible to get to Tobago at a reasonable cost and direct from Europe. So we having a little challenge with that. But last year we had 1 European in the race, 1 cyclist. This year we probably have about 20. A lot of hard work, a lot of convincing to get them to come because it's not easy for them to come. So yes, we are building back the race to what it was in 2019, slowly but surely. Hopefully, we are trying to do the same with sponsorship because we are operating with a skeleton sponsorship package right now from all the main stakeholders, and it's very difficult to put on a race of this caliber, this stature, with a scaled-down budget. But, they always tell me that I take a grain of sand and I can make a beach. But that is getting harder these days.
Yeah, man. Big event, small island. Of course, small island event. And of course, I'm seeing pedaling in paradise. That's the tagline that you use to lure the Europeans here.
Yes, of course, because in this podcast, I think we spoke about it last year. We have a good mix.
Yeah.
I believe in top class competition, but to mix in some fun and culture in it.
Yeah.
And what we try to do is include as much as Tobago culture and people in the event as possible. So we do things off the bike. You know, we send them on tours. We do rum punch picnics on the beach, with limbo and calypso and steel pan and things like that. And I tell you, the atmosphere in this event has always been amazing. You hear from cyclists all over the world that they've never been to an event like this, where that everybody comes together. The camaraderie is, I mean, superb. Even though the rivalry competition is fierce, but when everybody leaves here, whether it's from USA, Colombia, Germany, Sweden, they're all friends.
Yes.
And that is a big deal for me because that is what I try to promote in this event. You ride hard
Yes.
and you play.
I love it. I love it. Let's go through the different stages. Of course, I know motorists will be looking on here and trying to take note because they'll want to plan their route when it comes to the Cycling Classic next week. So let's start from probably, let's say, stage 1, the welcome party, and take us right through the 5 stages and the different locations and times.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me just pull it up there.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first stage is what we call the Mount Irving Grangeway stage. And that stage, I don't know if you got I sent you a little email with the maps. I don't know if you got it up.
Yes.
Yes. So the first stage, which starts at the Mount Irving Grangeway area, and that goes left on Orchidshire Road to Buku, left on the Orange Hill Road, right on Mount Coco, on Mount Marie Road, left to Spring Garden, right to Spring Garden Trace, left to Plymouth Road, and it continues on Sherwood Road. So that is the circuit. And they do that 5 times. A very interesting course. Yes, it will cause a bit of traffic. I had a long discussion with the assistant, the senior superintendent of police, and a few of his officers to try to make it as not as inconvenient as possible for the traffic. But you know, when you have a race of this caliber, you need to be safety and security is a big factor.
Yes.
You want to keep that safe. So we have to be mindful of that, even though we are also mindful of the inconvenience we have to cause for people on the road. So we try to do as best as we can with the help of TEMA and the police. But there will be inconvenience, but we try to make it as least as possible for the traffic.
Yeah. And what time does this stage 1 start?
It's at 8 a.m. on Wednesday.
Right. So
Wednesday,
let's go.
That's Wednesday the 2nd, next Wednesday.
Right.
And that race will go for 4 hours.
4 hours, fantastic. Okay.
3.5 hours, 4 hours. And then we move on to Thursday morning, where we go to the Shore Park Circuit Race, which is on the Open Road. No, if you go the one before that, right. And they go back to so that race will go from the Shore Park up the hill, I don't recall that hill, onto Claude Noel Highway.
Right.
And it comes back onto Milford Road, come down the Milford Road and come back onto the Shore Park Road. They will be doing that 10 laps. Again, that will be from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. That will we have spoken to the school there, and so we are trying to make it as inconvenient as for
convenient,
inconvenience to the people dropping the children to school, picking them up, that kind of thing, as much as we can. And then the third stage is Plymouth, in the center of Plymouth. We shut down Plymouth for 4 or 5 hours. It's a criterion, very exciting race. Cyclists doing 50 laps. So it will be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and that in the heart of Plymouth.
Yeah.
And
how are you treating with the dogs? Because I mean, over the years, they have had some challenges there with the stray dogs, especially in Plymouth.
Well, road cycling, you have to deal with the rain. Sometimes you have a storm. Sometimes some big hole in the road or a landslide. road cycling, we have to deal with these things.
Yes.
We announce long in advance for children. People keep track of their children, their dogs, their animals, etc. But there's only so much we can do. It's open terrain.
Yeah.
It's not a top area. So anyhow, and on Saturday morning, the very popular Market Square Criterium race.
Yeah.
Yes, that will be from 8 to 11 on Saturday morning. And then, of course, the premier event, the Tour of Tobago, which will take cyclists from Scarborough to Charlottesville and back.
Fantastic. And I know over the years you have had a situation where cyclists would have gained points from this Tour of Tobago. Is this the same again this year?
So, well, what happened is that we have UCI on hold.
Okay.
We have had it for 5 years, and UCI is trying to work. UCI is the world governing body for cycling.
Right.
And UCI needs, Tobago needs to do a lot more to keep UCI on board, because what happened, it is not easy to facilitate UCI regulations and technical guide in Tobago. For instance, just one, the Tour of Tobago, this one you're looking at here, we will need to knock off that course, the whole of that course you're watching there, for 5 hours on Sunday morning. That is not possible.
Right.
Not in Tobago. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the regulation. The road must be cleared of all traffic and blocked off totally for the period of the race. So we can't do that. And then, of course, we then have to bring in drug testing facilities.
Right.
It's a costly thing.
Okay.
So we have them on hold until, I guess, they give us, they work on something for small island events, and it's much too for what the resources we have in Tobago.
Yeah, and as we look to wrap, in terms of local talent, tell me who are some of the cyclists that we should look out for, locally, internationally, and probably regionally.
Well, of course, you have your Tobago boy coming back. He riding very, very good this year at 50 years old, Emil Abraham.
Right.
So look out for him this year. He's having a very good year. And then we have Jevon Neves. We have Akil Campbell, that is Tenil Campbell, who is on the world.
Right, yes.
Yeah, he is here. Adam and Joshua Alexander. We have quite a few. I would say most of the top guns in Trinidad and Tobago will be in Tobago for the event. So yes, and then we have teams coming from USA, Canada, Colombia, Mexico, and then we have all of the Caribbean will be here. So we have a good mix, a good bunch of competitors. So we're looking forward to an improved event this year compared to last year. And of course, we have to big up our sponsors.
Yes.
Don't mind, they all come late and cause us to kind of turn back quite a few international teams, because you don't want them to go and book their tickets and then say, okay, no, we cannot accommodate it this year. Who's going to pay for their ticket? You know what I mean? So I had to put them on hold. And what happened, Marcus, sponsors for Tobago and Trinidad for sporting events, and other events, but sporting events in particular, they need to come on board earlier. You cannot tell elite professional cyclists a week in advance of the event. They need 4 or 5 months to plan to come. So we have to make a commitment to them 4 or 5 months. So yes, we're going to organize, we're going to have, this is X, Y, and Z we're going to offer you. And then they agree or don't agree. And most of them had agreed. I mean, we have lost 6 teams this year, 6 European teams. I was very sad about that, but the sponsorship is now starting to come in a week before the event. I mean,
it's crazy.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Mr. Charles, we're going to leave it here today. I want to thank you so much for joining us here. And I want to wish you all the best in the 36th edition of this wonderful event. And I pray that you have good weather and, of course, no injuries or no accidents or incidents at all come next week.
Okay, Marcus, yes, you can expect a very, very good 5 days of cycling in Tobago. And I want to ask Tobagonians, please come out and support. I always say, this is a Tobago event. And I want Tobagonians to and support this event. Come out in the crowd. Come out, bring your family out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Thank you very much, Mark.
Fantastic. Have a great day. Guys, of course, we've been chatting there with Mr. Jeff Charles, event coordinator of the Tobago International Cycling Classic. Of course, wonderful day here in Tobago, beautiful weather on the outside. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates. Just before I go, just to remind you guys, we have primary schools football happening today. Mason Hall. We also have games at Jubilee Park and at Lambeau starting at 10 a.m. Primary schools football. Go out there and check out the kids. We also have netball happening at the Shore Park complex inside the complex, yes, and I'm told that there's basketball happening as well at the complex. So lots to look forward to sporting wise. Do have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live. We have Natalie coming up next with Good Morning Tobago.
My name is Makeda Vane. I am from Trinidad and Tobago and I am 12 years old.
Makeda is the only person from the English-speaking Caribbean who have qualified for this tournament in Mexico twice. She's the only one who have won 7 international singles and doubles titles in this area. So she's a real outstanding athlete. It was really a pleasure working with them, and I must compliment Coach Sheldon, who have been with me. There's a little joke with me. I gave Coach Sheldon his first racket. And I'm very proud. And the work he has put in with Makeda is tremendous. Not just on court, it's the discipline.
I'm a proud father, coach, to see somebody right there from Tobago, from Crusoe Isle Tennis Club, could be doing so well. So really, really feeling proud. I've been coaching here for about 30 years. So she's been coming here since she won 2 ever since to now. Besides me, it have Coach Williams, Coach Larry, it also have Coach Dunstan. Also it have parents, Mrs. Sandy, people who really come out and support. Sometimes when you don't have the funds to go in tournament, they always help. Who will donate a racket or 2 rackets. So it's really like the whole community in Tobago really support Makeda for she to meet this far.
You know, I know that as a national players, they've been claimed nationally and so on. But I want folks to remember that they come from Shore Park right here in Tobago, and we are quite proud of the history of work and the body of work that Coach Williams has done over the years, and we're still going.
I hope when I reach Masters, I could meet in the top 5 places.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Tobago! It's such a nice place!
Tobago Carnival, we're right here, we're not leaving it, we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful!
I love Tobago, baby! Coming back next year! Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, it's rhythm, steel and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real titans of soca.
When last you've been to a party. Plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free and taking on new meaning on the road. I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024. Every time, yeah. Every single time.
Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Let's go. It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor.
Good morning, viewers. It's Friday, the 27th of September, and I'm your host this morning, Natalie C.D. Richardson. And of course, we're getting right into it as I present the news in 90 seconds. Former Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary Ansel Dennis expressed his appreciation to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley for the trust placed in him following his appointment as a government senator. He succeeds Laura Lizama Leasing, who stepped down after an interim protection order was issued against her. Dennis is eager to collaborate with his colleagues to tackle the country's pressing issues and remains dedicated to serving the public. Having started his career in finance, Dennis holds advanced degrees in public policy and business management and made history in the year 2020 as the youngest THA Chief Secretary. The Progressive Democratic Patriots leader, Watson Duke, urged Ansel Dennis, the People's National Movement Tobago Council leader, who was recently appointed as a government senator, to prioritize representing Tobago's interest in the Senate. Duke, while congratulating Dennis, emphasized the need for Dennis to advocate for Tobago in the Parliament rather than strictly following PNM's agenda. He criticized the PNM for actions that have negatively impacted Tobagonians, such as the property tax, and encouraged Dennis to focus on Tobago's concerns. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar voiced support for the Joint Task Force 1 operations, a collaboration between the police and the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, to enhance security across various regions. While commending the initiative, she called for improvements in the working conditions of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, citing low salaries, lack of overtime pay, inadequate medical coverage, and outdated equipment. However, ahead of the September 30th budget, Persad-Bissessar urged the government to address these issues, stressing the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force's vital role in national security and the need to improve their quality of life. And that was your news in 90 seconds. And of course, we're getting right into who we have in studio this morning. And I have two beautiful ladies joining me this morning, and they both are from the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute. That institute, of course, has quite a name here, and if you don't know about it, you certainly have been under a rock. So let me introduce Miss Misha Trim, Deputy Chair of the THTI Board, and Miss Mia Prasad Douglas, the Quality Manager there. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
And it's good for you to join us. I know you are busy. And of course, when we talk about THTI, it's not just about food for those of you who are thinking that, but we're talking about tourism as well. Now, I know a special anniversary is coming up and World Tourism Day. Tell us a little about what is World Tourism Day and why should we as Tobagonians, be concerned about that day? And of course, a little about maybe what you're doing for your anniversary. I don't know who would want to answer that. You ladies can decide.
I can go ahead. So the 27th anniversary, the actual date is actually 8th of September, but we've planned, of course, a series of events around the anniversary to mark it. And World Tourism Day falls within that period.
Right.
And so what we've done is put together a panel discussion of international and regional national guests. So we have local presenters. We also have international presenters and from within the region to discuss the future of hospitality and tourism education in the next decade. Because of course, THTI is poised to play a leading role in that space.
Right. And of course, sometimes we have viewers who may maybe tuning in for the very first time, who never heard about THTI. And Ms. Trim, if you can let our viewers who have no idea what THTI is all about, can you share with us?
Sure. Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, THTI, located in Blenheim, Tobago. We have been here, as you know, we actually celebrating our 27th anniversary. So we have spent quite some time educating the population here in Tobago, nationally and even regionally. And with the closure of THTI, THTI stands as the only hospitality and tourism institute in the country. We're actually very proud of that because we're also double accredited and we offer programs, associate degree programs, we offer short courses, and we have a number of areas of study. If you go to our website, www.thti.edu, you will find a plethora of areas that you may be interested in, from the degrees range from food and beverage to hospitality studies, tourism studies, and of course, our very famous culinary arts degree.
Yes, most definitely. I think when we think of THTI, that's what we know. That's like the signature degree. And of course, you put forward excellence. Now, out of the 27th anniversary and also looking at World Tourism Day, what should we expect? And, when we look at the world, there are many days you see being asked to be celebrated or commemorated. So why should we here pay attention to World Tourism Day?
It's very important to us here on the island. I really do not think that Tobago has touched the surface of what tourism can do for our economy or population. And this is why we chose the idea of doing a webinar, inviting industry partners, tourism enthusiasts, persons, entrepreneurs within the space, students who are in tourism clubs and pursuing that degree, or anyone for that matter, to actually discuss where the future of tourism is heading. And we want to be the beacon and the light that leads the way in that manner. And so tourism, actually today being World Tourism Day, we are very honored to actually launch our first ever webinar attacking the subject.
Right.
Yeah?
And this is like your golden birthday, because World Tourism Day today is the 27th and you're celebrating 27.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's really extra special. The webinar is titled Sustainability Excellence, Innovating Education in Hospitality and Tourism for the Next Decade. What does all of that mean?
So sustainability is, I think when we think of sustainability, we often would think of the environment.
Yeah.
And that's part of it, but sustainability has three different parts. It has environmental, yes, but also economic and social. And so when we talk about sustainability and the net that tourism as an industry casts, one of the things that we want to share with people is that some of the social problems that we're facing in our society today that are on the news every day, tourism has a role to play. So by involving yourself in the tourism industry, it can be an income stream to pull people from that world.
and the economic benefits that tourism presents are very important to the development of our island economy. And as people would know, the tourism industry is one of the main drivers of the regional economy as well.
Yeah.
So in that sense, while we have the potential, Trinidad and Tobago has been focused on the energy industry and not really on the potential benefits. But looking forward to the next decade, as the energy industry tends to be more volatile and have less impact on our foreign exchange earnings, tourism is poised to really step up and take that space. And so that's why this discussion is very important.
And this discussion takes place this evening, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Yes.
Tell us who are some of the presenters, and for those who may be interested in attending this webinar, how can they be a part of it?
Right. So I know that your producers have the flyer, so if they could share that with our viewers. We have a number of regional presenters. We have our dean of our partner institution, St. Thomas University, out of Miami, Florida. And he is the dean of the Gus Machado Business School, under which hospitality and tourism falls. And he does have Caribbean roots. He's from Jamaica originally. And so he's very aware of the importance of the industry to the region and to speak about its sustainability and how education plays a role in that. Mrs. Laura Dowers Phillips is a tourism journalist. That's her specialty area. And she's based at the moment in Turks and Caicos, but many of us would have seen her writings from around the region for a lot of different publications. And Miss Alicia Edwards is a project management professional. She has a long history with our institution as well as a former executive director. And she has a wealth of knowledge to bring to the topic. Our moderator as well is very knowledgeable, and I'm sure he's going to lead a very engaging discussion, Mr. Pemberton.
So is this open for the general public?
Absolutely, and we really hope that a lot of people are going to come out and hear what is being spoken about, and the goal is for everyone to be part of the discussion and to learn something at the end of the day.
I know the webinar is today, but is there a pre-registration, or can I just jump in at the last minute?
We are asking that you call 682-3809 or email chantel.melville@thti.edu.tt to pre-register and sign up. You have all day into afternoon.
So you
we
have,
start at 6 p.m.
I'll give you like about 5:55 to make sure Miss Chantel has your information to be part of that webinar. And when we live in environments like this, we can't say this is not about us. So I don't run a guest house, so I don't, I'm not in the food sector. If you live on an island in the Caribbean, and we like to say how beautiful we are as a people and as a place, you definitely have to be part of this, because whether you're a taxi driver, someone just walking the street, sometimes a tourist will meet you, ask you a question, you have to know to engage them, you have to know to sell it, right? So this is definitely something for all of us to be a part of. And just on the side of, I don't want to digress because we are here to talk about this in particular, but you mentioned, Ms. Trim, about the plethora of courses. And I would have seen recently experiences are shared on social media, because we all have a voice on social media, right? Complaining about a particular establishment on the island that serves food, and everybody says the food is excellent. They love the ambience of the place, but the customer service is terrible, and it's turning people away. Do you have customer service short courses or anything like that?
Yes, it's definitely a part of hospitality and tourism. You cannot speak that language without speaking customer service excellence. And as an institute, we are really focused on this. As a matter of fact, I believe that the discussions this evening will be centered around the trends, because tourism now is about experiences.
Right.
They are niched areas and experiences. And if we cannot develop those two items, then we do not have a product. And so it's extremely important that we focus on our service and our service standards. And of course, THGI is doing what it can to actually bring this populace, and by extension, the region, into this space of total gold standard service.
Right.
Yeah.
After all, we're talking about sustainability excellence, right? We have to keep it going, and we have to be not just good or better, but really at our best, because we are compared to the world, and people have options, and we have to realize that. So the webinar begins at 6 p.m., ends around 7:30. You don't have to get dressed up and go anywhere. All right. You can register, and of course, the flyer is on the screen. If you need more information, you can check on THTI's website. That's thti.edu.tt, and you should find the events tab or section, and you will have more information. Can you just share that number with us again?
It's 682-3809. Again, 682-3809.
All right. And I do hope our schools are also engaged, because I believe, you have to start with the younger ones. Some of us, we're already bent and we can't unbend, but the younger ones, they are brave and you can train them. And I really hope that, even parents who may be listening, it's something that maybe your teenager, I know some of you may be doing it for A-levels. This is something really we should be a part of and be engaged. I don't know if you ladies have anything else. You can probably just encourage the viewers to spread the word and really be a part of this webinar. Yes? Yeah.
Yes. So we would love to see as many people as possible be engaged in the process, not just with the webinars, but with the institution. We have, as we were saying, a number of events that continue for the anniversary. And
maybe you can share one or two of the events coming up.
Yeah, like today we do have, we're going into a children's home in Lambo, and you just spoke about involving the youth. We are very big on that. So we have done a number of career fairs over the past year. We do have today that the students of the culinary arts class, they're going to teach cookie baking, making down at and we, members of the board, the alumni are all invited to join us from 2 to 4 p.m. today as we do our outreach, and this is just one of many. But this falls within our 27th anniversary, something different. So we are not just touching schools, we are touching everyone in the society, and especially those who are, in the what do you call that? I don't want to label them, but they're actually not. Some of them are not in school, and so we can't take it for granted that everyone knows about us. We are touching every nook and cranny of the island until THTI becomes a household name, that name that it used to be.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much. And to our parents, I have this habit. Sometimes I chase my boys out the kitchen because they keep me back. But in between, I said, let me just get the patients, and I have them in the kitchen, and it's something, an activity you bond over, and you never know where that will lead in terms of their career path. So encourage them, get the safe knives for them, etc. And if they make a mess, their children, just clean it up. All right. So happy anniversary to THTI. They are doing a double celebration. It's World Tourism Day and it's their birthday. And we wish you all the best as you celebrate. Thank you, viewers. We get ready for a quick break. And when we return, of course, we have 2 more ladies who will be joining me this morning. So stay tuned.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawn.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
I'ma play some tune like this. Don't worry, my wife will fuck it up. Make me happy whenever you fuck it. So me be very hard, fiesta, fun,
This one is for the people and them who don't care what nobody else have to say about them.
Them none of cash, what you have, what you know about.
It's too early for that.
Too early, good on. They do but then enough 99. Girl, go the club, girl, like nice.
Who's the one friend can drink all the alcohol no matter what?
Put a bottle and spoon and a cup in my hand and a winding up on me man.
Dream.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Don't tell me about work I out on the road today. Don't tell me about work I out on the road today. Don't tell me about work I out on the road today.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawn.
Thank you, viewers, for staying with us. Welcome back. I'm Natalie C.D. Richardson, your host for this morning, and it is Friday, the 27th of September, just in case you were wondering. And with me this morning in studio is Makita Gray and Candice Campbell-Lyons. Now, Makita is the founder of a very special NGO, and I know NGOs have their causes, but I would point out this one because it covers an area we seldom speak about and address. So she's going to tell you the name of the foundation and a little of what they do, and then we will hear from Candice Campbell-Lyons. She is one of the pre- and postnatal fitness coaches. Are you the only one in Tobago who does that, Candice?
Well, I would say I'm the only person that really publicized it. There are a couple other persons, but in terms of pushing that they do this service,
right?
I would say I'm the only one.
All right. So pre- and postnatal fitness coach, we have Candice, and she'll tell us a little bit about what she does and what that entails. And we are talking about October, Baby Loss Awareness Month. It is a topic that many of us as women have experienced, you know, whether we carried a baby full term and baby died at stillborn, or maybe you had a miscarriage. All right. And Unfortunately, we live in a society that just expects us to pick up everything and move on as though it never happened. So welcome this morning, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. All right, so Makita, let's start this conversation. Tell us about the foundation. I know you have been with us, I think, 2 years ago in 2022. I'm not sure if you joined us last year as well.
For the past 3 years.
Right, very well. So you know how this goes, right? No stranger to us. Tell us about your foundation.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Tobago and the viewers. I am Makita Gray, founder of Zafiri Foundation Initiative. Zafiri Foundation Initiative is a support group for women and families who would have been directly or indirectly affected by baby loss. And this initiative was birthed out of an experience that I had in 2015 at the Mount Hope General Hospital. I experienced stillbirth. My baby was full term and she was born into heaven on the 18th of November 2015.
Tell us her name.
Her name is actually the name of the foundation. Her name is Sapphire, and Sapphire is translated into Zafiri in Greek. So hence we get Zafiri Foundation. Also, it was something that was like a still voice gave me the name.
Right.
Because her name is Sapphire. And during my period of pregnancy, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia during pregnancy. So I was on strict bed rest. And while at the Mount Hope General Hospital, the only thing that I was able to do in terms of interacting and moving around was puzzles or reading my Bible. And during morning devotion, the scripture came to me, Isaiah 54, which says, "Suffice the foundation, and you will have pinnacles of ruby and crystal gates, and your children will be taught by the Lord." At that point in time, I did not, and I could not believe that after my experience at the hospital, I would be leaving without my baby.
Right.
And when it is I gave birth to her and she was born into heaven, 3.5 years later, I started trying to find ways as to how to cope and what to do in honor of her. And the scripture came back to me. "Suffice the foundation, and you'll have pinnacles of ruby and crystal gates, and your children will be taught by the Lord." And today is a very special day because it's not only a day where I'm given the opportunity to be on air today, but I'm also celebrating my rainbow baby today.
Lovely.
Today is his birthday.
How old is he today?
He's 6 today.
And what's his name?
His name is Jezreel.
Jezreel, happy 6th birthday to you, right? And we are so happy that you can celebrate and mommy has you, and I know she has a special day planned for you.
So when that opportunity came back to me, I said, "Makita, it's written there clear for you to see. You need to start a foundation in honor of her." And my first event that I had in honor of women and families directly affected by infancy loss was in 2018. And it was just a simple tea party. And that simple tea party blossomed into Zafiri Foundation. And that's why we continue to do the work that we have been doing for the past 7 years.
And let me tell you, congratulations. And we are proud of you and what you are doing, because I think it takes a special kind of person to take their pain and be there for others.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's never an easy task. It's easier to me if you're on the outside and you just come and you do this, but you have to relive your own experience every time you deal with sharing this information with us, being there for another woman and her family, you know, and I really, really am proud of what you're doing. I think it's so selfless, and thank you for doing it.
One of the trajectory of my life, and I realized that it helps me, and not only me, is sharing. Because when I experienced this in 2015, there were no support groups available in Trinidad and Tobago. At that particular time, I would have gotten assistance through my EPA at work, pastoral assistance, and from social welfare.
Right.
And beyond that, there were no other support groups available. Through different research, I would have been able to get online counseling. And then I found a support group in Trinidad, Mama Toto Birthing Center. And me interacting with them and engaging with them opened my eyes to realize that, Makita, if it is I'm going through this in 2015 and there's no support group available, imagine how many women and families are directly affected by this without any support. And it kind of opened my eyes to wanting to do something. And after I had the tea party in 2018, the feedback and the responses that I got, it was able to birth this experience.
Excellent. And again, you know, I think it's so selfless of you, and you really touched a point where it happens to so many of us as women, where we lose a baby, but we don't talk about it. Yes. And I think we don't talk about it because sometimes the comments that follow can be so insensitive, you know, and sometimes we don't have that safe space to share. And I know that your group, your foundation allows for that. And as we talk about sharing, on the 2nd of October, you are making your monthly meeting public. So let's talk about those who may need to access the service on a monthly basis, and let's then move into the meeting invitation for all of Tobago to join.
Right. So basically, we have our monthly support meetings on the
Wednesday.
Sorry.
That's all right.
The first Wednesday of every month,
Right.
we meet via Zoom. So basically, what would have happened is that after we had the event in 2018, life happened to me and I birthed my son, and I was basically down for a while. So we wasn't able to meet physically. So we said, okay, we're going to continue meeting virtually. And then the pandemic happened. So we know how life was in the pandemic. So we started via Zoom and we just continued via Zoom for the past 5 years. We continued via Zoom for the past 5 years. But what we try to do is that every month when it is we are engage in our awareness month, we try to make the activities open to the public. All our activities during the year, it's open to the public, but we normally try to narrow it into a safe space for persons who are directly affected. However, what it is we realize is that persons who are directly affected also have persons who are indirectly affected that need to get the information to be able to help and support their loved ones. So in the month of October, we open all our activities to the public so they will be able to get the information to assist and help their loved one. And the international team for baby loss awareness this year is Together We Care. So we really need to be that holistic community development aspect to help persons navigate through baby loss.
And provide that support. Now, Candace, tell us where you fit in all of this.
Well, I first heard about the group on Facebook. I can't remember the year. Say 3 years ago. One of these signature events that they were promoting at the time, the Sip and Paint. And I signed up for it and I really enjoyed it. The person who did the session, because it was a virtual session, you got your kit and then she talked you through the process. I guess she is a registered holistic therapist.
Yes. Miss Della Sarolox is the art therapist. Yes.
And I really enjoyed it. And as well, my family, they were also there looking on the process. And a couple of my children who are interested in art, they didn't have their kits, but they have their art supplies. So they also started to follow in the activity and they really engaged in the whole piece of it. And I think it was really a good point for me in terms of creating more closure, more comfort in that there are other persons going through it. You have the support system. And for those who are willing to share the raw emotion of the lack of family support or even how to go about dealing with that. And that's what really drew me to saying, okay, I want to be a part of this group.
Excellent. And tell us a little more of what you do, the pre- and postnatal fitness coach. What does that involve?
Well, the pre- and postnatal fitness involves exercises that are simple, safe, and effective for mothers who are pregnant, women who are pregnant, and those who would have gone through the birthing process, either with or without their children. The activities are usually geared at helping you with your day-to-day activities, so chores. A lot of the times we have the challenge of, for example, one person may have gone through multiple miscarriages. And that's where I come in, because living in our world where we have more sedentary lifestyles, our bodies are not necessarily primed and for that. So while it's best to have a planned pregnancy because you're taking the steps towards preparing for that, that's not always the case. So a lot of persons may still have the taboo idea of
after the baby I'll get in, but it really is beneficial to you to
Right.
help strengthen your body, to help go through the process, talk with someone who would have gone through the experience,
Right.
learn how to coach, even in terms of the labor pains, the dietary constraints, because it's not just myself. I work with a team of other health professionals because my husband and I, we have a fitness business, Keystone Fitness. So we also work with a lot of persons that help to guide you through the process in as safe as possible, considering what may be underlying conditions like high blood pressure, as
Right.
Makita would have mentioned, eclampsia.
Yeah.
So it's not a broad brush concept.
Right.
It's customized to you. And the ultimate goal is for you to have a safe pregnancy experience and even beyond that.
Right.
So, for example, women who may have gone through cesarean, there's particular exercise that you can do that helps to re-stimulate the scar tissue, because a lot of women, even 20 years later, speak about that area.
Yeah, that never heals. I have 2 C-sections. It just seems never to heal.
Even at that late stage, you still have options and exercises where you can stimulate the nerves, because there isn't really a technique for the cesarean.
Right. And I just want Makita to tell us the meeting invitation to all of us on the 2nd of October. Tell us the time, the location, and in case you were wondering, of course, the meeting is free, so you don't have to worry about that. You just need to be there. So tell us where and the time.
So the event is carried for the 2nd of October. So that's the Wednesday, the first Wednesday in the month of October. That's when we normally have our monthly meetings. It's at 5 p.m. at the Scarborough Library, and it's a public place, and I think it's very easy accessible for everyone in Tobago. And we really want persons to come out and engage the discussion, because what we find is that persons in society today still seldom speak about baby loss. They seldom speak about the pros and the cons or the challenges that they may have faced during and after pregnancy. So we have a panel of speakers. Candice is one of them. She will be basically looking at the post and prenatal parts of it, and in terms of the fitness perspective. We have Dr. Alina Williams. She is a certified clinical psychologist. She would have facilitated a couple of events with us virtually and physically for the past 4 years. And we welcome her and thank her in advance. And we have Hyacinth Stephenson. She is a clinical massage therapist. She will basically be coming to explore the different ways from a fitness perspective and a health perspective as well, as to what we can do as women who would have been directly or indirectly affected by infancy loss, navigate through the journey together. Because what we realize is that in society, 1 in 4 women experience infancy loss. We normally hear about breast cancer, we normally hear about diabetes, we normally hear about all different types of activities, but we seldom hear about different causes that promote and build awareness for baby loss, and that is what we are striving to do this October.
Right, excellent. And on the 15th of October, 7 p.m., you also have another signature event.
Yes, the Baby Loss International Wave of Light. When we started this event, we started it in 2020 in the heat of the pandemic. However, life has changed and we kind of coming out of the pandemic zone. So this event is open to the public. This event in Tobago, it's going to be the 5th year that it's been recognized in Trinidad and Tobago. However, this event is in its 22nd year of being recognized internationally. Basically, what happens is that each candle that is lit at 7 p.m. in your time zone represents a baby. So what we do between the 1st to the 14th, we collect names. So we have the link available if persons are interested. We collect names and we light a baby for each name that is submitted. And when our time zone is ended, because we light the candle from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., this candle is going to be lit in another country. So that's why they call it an international wave of light. And this is in the 22nd year of being celebrated. It was started in 2003 in the UK and in the United States of America. And we are continuing that process.
Right. Thank you so much, ladies. And for those of you who may know someone who would have experienced the loss of their baby, be it a miscarriage or stillborn, and, you know, I was looking at what your foundation does and even some of the international foundations, and I saw a slogan, stillborn,
still
loved, you know, and stillborn. And it resonated with me. And again, women, we have to be brave and bold. I know some of us are very private, but when you share like Makita does, it gives strength to those who are following in that experience. No one plans this. No one wants to go through it. And I think what you're doing resonates with me because I had a miscarriage in 2017. And every time that month comes around, it's not a happy time. And, you know, even the healthcare professionals, because I remember when the process started to happen, it was late in the evening and no private facilities were open. My doctor wanted an ultrasound, so he said, you have to do it first thing in the morning. And I had to go home. And I'm like, am I supposed to sleep? You know, what's going on? It was so terrible. And I felt so sorry for my husband because I could tell he didn't know what to do and how to be there for me. He tried, you know, and I'm saying people have to go through this. Like I have to go home. Can I not go to the hospital? You know, that kind of thing and be taken care of. And then the next morning, you know, I got contractions and I was just 3 months pregnant. And I thank the doctor who dealt with me. That's Dr. Benoit. Because she brought that baby to me and she allowed me to see. The nurse was very mad with her, but she said, no, she needs closure. And she did it because she knew me and she said, not everybody can handle it, but I know this patient and it will be better for her. And I always hold on to that. I really appreciate that. So let us be, it's not an easy thing to talk about. You know, I saw Makita's eyes getting glassy when she was sharing with us. And that's expected, right? So be there for those of us who have gone through it, and women, those of us who have gone through, you'd be amazed. Sometimes your very close friends you talk to may have kept it private. They have gone through it. So let's be there, support the event, October 2nd, 5 p.m. at the library. There is parking right across the street. And by that time, most people have gone home. So there's time. And of course, on the 15th. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing with us this morning. Thank you, viewers. We go for a quick break. And our lone gentleman guest is joining me on the other side of this break. So stay tuned.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books, and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens has come down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road is a miracle.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us and joining me. As I mentioned before break, our lone gentleman, our guest this morning, Mr. Watson Duke, no stranger to us, and he is the political leader of the PDP, Progressive Democratic Patriots. Good morning, Mr. Duke.
Good morning, ma'am.
And of course, you know, before we came from the break, I was telling him he has me feeling a bit underdressed this morning because here he is all smartly dressed and ready to talk about the PDP. And as we continue this conversation, Mr. Duke, I want us to talk about your party's readiness for general elections. We know a lot of the other parties in Trinidad and Tobago. You hear a lot of talk coming out from these political groups. Screenings have begun. And, you know, where is your party? And would you be ready for the next general election? I think that's due in August next year, but it can be called, we know, before that. Are you ready?
We are ready now. Like yesterday, we were ready. And so, soon as they call it, they would have to kiss everyone goodbye, because that's the last we will see of them in Tobago.
Mm-hmm. And is your party contesting seats in Trinidad, or are you just focusing on Tobago, Tobago's east and west?
Yeah, we believe dance a yard before dance abroad. So in this respect, we are focusing solely on Tobago East and Tobago West for the upcoming national elections.
And you're always quite vocal in terms of what you see on the ground, what you see going on in Tobago. What do you plan on bringing differently to the table should you, and I'm not sure if you're offering yourself or at least your candidates, you know, be able to make that inroad and become a representative or the MP for Tobago West, Tobago East?
The PDP is offering true representation. What we have taking place in the Parliament of Trinidad is presentation of their party's mandate, their party's speeches. Even to a large extent in Tobago, we have people presenting their own political ideas. But when last did someone truly stand up in the Parliament of Trinidad and represent the ideas of Tobago in a Trinidad Parliament? And this is my view, this is the view of the PDP, that we should be going down there representing Tobago. Down there is a place where laws are made. If it is going to be significant, it has to be made in Trinidad. If it's not made in Trinidad, don't take it on. So we have to send our best, our brightest, and those who understand the culture of Trinidad down at Trinidad. And I believe that by example, I have demonstrated that I could exist and thrive in an environment in Trinidad.
And you said that the PDP is quite ready, ready as yesterday.
Yeah.
So that means you have your candidates ready.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Of course. But the PDP is operating by stealth. We are not going to be spending unnecessary time masquerading a candidate only to find out that he's a betrayer. We will, at the closer time to elections, so nominations, we're going to present them, and we're going to have the community they're representing accept or reject them. Okay. We have the highest form of democracy. So when we are going to do our launch, we're going to bring the people from the east and the west in one spot, and we are going to present them. They have to talk.
And what's the timeline of that? When do you plan to do that launch?
Well, when we hear the election bells have rung, we are waiting for them, and we are patiently begging for them. But the pain and the suffering seems to be nothing on those who are inflicting the wounds upon us. They are quite cool with it, but we are tired of the PNM governance in this country. It is almost a sinful thing.
And you mentioned your candidates will be revealed then. What if they are not accepted by the constituency of East and West Tobago?
Well, what we do, right, we have small groups. We introduce them to small groups. And it's not just one candidate. We have several candidates. We will be going into the highways and the byways and doing our own little research upon them, and etc., etc. Because he who goes to Trinidad, or she who goes to Trinidad, they must be first of all true to the ideals of Tobago, and those ideals must be distilled and captured in a mandate. It's not like the Luciferians who have turned their backs on Tobagonians and said that they don't know Tobago is Tobago. They never went back to the people. They're the real Satanists. They have deceived Tobago to the highest level, and they dress up every day and pretend they have done nothing wrong. Real as these are angels of light. We don't want that to repeat itself again. Those who go to Trinidad must be responsible, and they must be serious about Tobago's business. If you say you're moving this to that point, let it be done, or let Tobago see you making the effort and that you can't do it because you're really trying. But we're not going to just promise, get inside, and then we don't know people again. As a satanic behavior, I reject that. I remove myself from that. I will not be aligning myself with anyone who repeats that. From the time any candidate displays that, that's it. No question asked. That's it.
You mentioned the importance of having Tobago represented in Parliament. So we have the two current MPs for Tobago East, Tobago West. Do you think that they are not doing enough to represent the people of Tobago in the Parliament? And then we have, what is it, 3 senators? We have Senator Lawrence Hislop. Ansel Danish recently got appointed this week, and I'm not sure if Mr. De Freitas, if he's a senator or if he's in another capacity. But we have all those persons who are there, and you are saying that the voice of Tobago is not being heard in Parliament.
Well, they are maxed out, I mean, they're doing their best, but their best is not the prescribed standard by Tobagonians. They are serving their party, and their party seem to be happy with that. Then again, they are also part of what is called tokenism. The PNM use them as tokens. Look, Tobago, here's your people here. We don't want that. You see, the law has to be such that there must be senators appointed from Tobago by Tobagonians. Do not give us tokenism. Do not insult our intelligence. Not all black people are black people, and not all white people are white people. Skin is just a color, but on the inside, it's a culture that you choose to cherish. There are black people grew up in white neighborhoods, there are white people grew up in black neighborhoods, and they will display the culture. Not every Tobagonian is a true Tobagonian, I can tell you that. See all those who are inside here now? They are not. They are not Tobagonians. They belong to another country, but they do not identify with the hardship Tobagonians are facing right now. They are all swelling at the cheeks. You swear they get mumps. You ever see their face? They get fat, fat, fat. They are not concerned about the mother who cannot provide for her children and the father who is being emasculated at home simply because he's not a provider. We have to stop that. Tobagonians must display their Tobagoness. They must be focused on the people of Tobago and deliver most of all.
And there's a lot, of course, with the elections coming up next year, there's a lot of speculation being made by those on you know, just your average citizen who is just observing, and you hear in terms for Tobago West, you hear Tobago East, you're hearing people say, well, Senator Lawrence, he may be going up for Tobago East for the PNM, and then of course you're looking at PNM West. So do you think the appointment, I heard someone say, well, maybe Mr. Dennis going up for Tobago West because they have the two senators inside. And we know it's never safe to speculate, but it's part of the political pickong and everything. What's your view on that?
I have no view at all. I have an opaque view where the PNM is concerned. It's an opaque view, nothing I see when I look in the direction but trouble. The red up to me represents danger, so I stay away from it. I take my eyes off of it, and my mind never goes there.
And let's go back to the PDP. So you are standing by those who are going to represent the people of Tobago, right? Tobago East, Tobago West, because I know coming out of this little conversation we're having is the importance to have the people's voice in the parliament.
That's right.
Have Tobago represented. So, and you are standing by your candidates, whomever they will be, that they will definitely make that change in the parliament.
Well, they have to. I mean, this is not a game of cards.
Right.
When we get inside, it's the lives of Tobagonians, those born and those that are to be born, that we are looking after. And I'm not playing with anybody. That's what I'm saying. Even at this stage now, there's no time for games. There's no time for games. Tobago has lost 4 years with these Luciferians, if you want to call it that, or Satanists that are now inside it. They have no God inside of them. They don't respect people, you know. They do not respect people, and that is my trouble. I could give you accounts of mothers who are begging for a food card and they can't get food card when they see their fridge empty. I could show you houses that are broken down and is waiting to fall down and they cannot get a grant for home repair. I could show you fathers who are emasculated and think about doing things that are not proper to do just to make some money. I can show you people who have not eaten for 2 and 3 days. And they are getting fat in their cheeks as if they have mumps. Food as the course of their day. They're living the life.
But do you believe that if you are placed in power that there will be no more cries? Because it doesn't matter which administration. Reality is we have limited resources. So do you think that if you are placed in power that no mother will be crying, no father will be asking for work? Is that what you're saying?
Their cries will be different. Are you a mother, may I ask?
Yes.
I am a father. And I know there's a cry my children cry just for joking. And there's a cry.
Right.
That sends something up inside of you.
Right.
And you have to attend to that.
Right,
The
definitely.
way Tobagonians are crying right now is and these Satanists don't care. They have earphones off. They are like 9-7, more music, less talk. They've had nothing to say to Tobagonians. They don't even report on a weekly basis as to what they've been doing with the billions of dollars they spend on a daily basis. They have not been doing that. They don't care. When you look at the recreation grounds in Goodwood, the only recreation grounds is now a sheep pasture. And the building that was supposed to be a stadium is just up there. It's an eyesore. When you look at that inside facility that was supposed to be built next by Dry Chalk for young people to ease their stress and go and play regardless of the weather, they don't care. They have blinders. I'm saying they are highly insensitive and selfish. So when I get inside, my first job is to ease the pain. I could guarantee you everyone is going to cry differently.
Okay.
It's a cry for pain and it's a cry for pleasure. Those who cry under Watson Duke, they will cry because of pleasure. It's a joke cry then. It's not pain.
I hear you, Mr. Duke. And of course, as we wrap up, tell us about your party's political campaign meetings coming up so that those who are viewing and would be interested, how can they hear more about your plans for the island?
Well, definitely we are running, and this is the first month, 1 week in every month, the last week of every month from Sunday to Saturday, 7 days. Some very short meetings, half an hour meeting, because we have done our survey. We are very survey oriented.
Right.
And people's attention span for politics has dwindled since this group has taken over Tobago and the next group in Trinidad. People are almost sick of politics. And so you have to now feed them in small bites. It is said that when someone has not eaten for a long time, you have to feed them a little bit. You wet their mouth first and you feed them in stages. So Tobagonians has lost their appetite for politics, right? They only want money. And so I must now take my time and feed them.
Okay.
So we have not taken offers yet.
Right.
But starting from the last Sunday, we have been running programs on social media, etc. And this continues up to Saturday, where the topics are revolutionary, they're informative, and they're bite-sized. Everyone could listen and benefit something from it.
Right, so that's the last week of every month.
Yes.
All right, so
it
for
ends
those of you...
For this month, it ends on Saturday.
Right, so for those of you interested in hearing more about the PDP's philosophy, to know what their plans are, what they're doing, you can... What's the social media handle? Where can we find you?
Well, it's on my Facebook page, so the Progressive Democratic Patriots Facebook page, and it's also carried on the #1 station in Tobago, Tobago Updates.
All right, so you have it there, viewers. All right, and Mr. Duke, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It's always a pleasure to have our politicians and those who want the best for Tobago stop by. Viewers, it is Friday, and I know how we do weekends. Remember to stay safe and be a lookout for someone else who may be in need. Thank you so much for viewing Tobago Updates Television, and I am Natalie C.D. Richardson, and thank you for making us your #1.
As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.